Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well in this crazy coronavirus world. I'm going to look at a scenario today. Never really covered any scenarios on the channel before. This one's called Fort Blood. You start with 5 forts, 2 troop centres, and the idea is to make little armies out of those units and pick up kills on the map. The more kills you get, the better technology, units that you unlock, and just to sort of help you achieve victory. You only die when you lose all 5 of your forts. When you build Bounty Hunter in this, you get these Jedi. They will always respawn, so you can sort of utilise them to convert your opponent's units, convert his buildings, and they're pretty good meat shield as well. So you can sort of patrol them on stand ground and use them to draw a lot of fire. So when you pick the sort of races in this game, people tended to go for the Galactic Empire or the Trade Federation because they had the strongest sort of fort units. The reasons being that they get sort of bonuses against other troopers. And these are the kind of armies that we would end up sort of assembling. A sort of Dark Trooper, Bounty Hunter, and then Grenadiers. The Grenadiers have a bit more range, so they sit in the back. And the idea is that they can all sort of volley at the same time. You keep them on stand ground, you get little regiments, sort of groups there, and you look for angles to pick apart your opponent. And the idea is to get more kills than them quicker and get to tech level 4. Because the advantages that you get in T4, you get additional range, health, your Dark Troopers just get a lot stronger. There's a lot that can be done with that. So a lot of the early sort of strategies in this was to sort of rush your opponent, like I'm doing here, to die, and try to pick up these buildings. Now, we always deleted buildings, because you can get quite powerful bonuses. If you get 2 raisings in this, you get 2 slave ones, a Jango Fett and a Boba Fett, which could just be used to pick up all these Grenadiers. Just take, like, 2-shot them, and that would be a lot of kills, and you get a huge advantage with that. So we've always practiced deleting raisings. I know in Age of Empires they go mental if you delete raisings, but that's how we always did it. I think it's better. It punishes you, if you're not paying attention, you let them go, you get quite a powerful buff, getting the air units there that you could only really deal with air advanced anti-air troopers from your troop centres. When you get 200 kills in this, you can pick up these shipyards, which you can use to keep your sort of forts alive, get anti-air mobile boats. They're pretty good. So map control is quite important in this at the moment. I've got him sort of boxed into his base. Because he made a lot more Dark Troopers than Bounty Hunters at the start of the game. And I've always practiced that when I would start, it would make 5 Bounty Hunters out of each fort, and then do 3 forts Dark Troopers, 2 forts Bounty Hunter. The reason for that is that the Jedi can convert the Dark Troopers, and though when you convert them, he gets kills from that, you also get like a unit advantage, right? You've got more units than him because he's basically just sort of losing those for free. And if you've got a numbers advantage, when you pin his army down, you're going to trade better than him, and you're going to get those kills back, and you're going to take the lead that way. So you can see a sort of positioning to approach one another here. I'm going to be quite aggressive because I know I've got a bit of a numbers advantage. I've got more units to come at the moment. I think we're just going to go for... He's got a lot of Grenadiers in his armies as well. That's quite a weak group there. And if we keep our guys in like a straight line, we can pick off a lot of kills. A lot of these fights are won on the sort of first volley. So back in the day when we played it, when you were playing it a lot, you would spend games just repositioning your armies, just looking for angles to pick it up. It got quite crazy when you're doing the team games as well, and you've got about 5 control groups, 5 basic regiments, and you're looking for angles, and then you find that angle, you smash in, and then you end up just picking up like 100 kills or something like that. Really fun game, this. I think this is about the only recorded game I've got of like decent people playing it. I know that this recorded game is going to sync eventually, but I just wanted to show some of the basic sort of elements with it. If I can, I will look to see if I can find the scenario for this. Probably got it kicking about somewhere in a folder. These things are kind of lost. You see where we're going for an angle here? We can see that he's sort of exposed on the left flank. We're just going to run in Jedi are really good as well for drawing the fire. We're going to have to pull out here. This angle's not good. We're going to try and convert stuff, because when these units have to turn round to shoot units, it mucks them up a bit. So trade as much as we want there, and then we pull out, we work backwards. He's going to chase us down, because at this moment, he's still got his Jedi, and if we engaged him there, we would, you know, lose quite a bit. I don't want to take the view lock off, just in case it can get us past this sort of sinking. So we'll just have to follow what I was kind of looking at the time. It's not 100% accurate, I don't think. Maybe because there's a difference in resolution. Because I mean, back then I was probably playing on like 1280. So we've had that initial trade. We're just going to regroup a bit until we feel quite confident. I imagine when I've got like 2 or 3 or 2 to 4 sort of regiments, I'll feel quite happy. These are sort of like half regiments a little bit. They're decent enough to get an angle. You get these Django's as well, which I haven't mentioned. They're kind of used just to sort of... They always respawn, and used to sort of pick off units from the side, pick off the Jedi. Hopefully we can engage again and we'll see a bit more of how to fight on this. Kind of just use them to scout as well. That's why we're sort of running back and forth, trying to find the position of his forces. If you go in at a certain angle, you can't like pick the units off. Because they've got a lot of health. If you hit them from that side, they could like one-shot these. This far. So we use them to scout, we run in, we try to pick some kills up. Gonna run our Jedi behind him, because as I said, when these units look at them, they're not properly. He's like lost a lot of units there. He's sort of scattered now, so we're just gonna keep pushing him down. These Grenadiers get stuck. Just pick those units up for free and keep pushing him. And he's slowly getting backed into his base. So we'll pick all our units up, regroup, and then look to go again. And it's sort of like that, just sort of chipping away at your opponent. I think at 300 kills you get Millennium Falcons, which are lightning fast. Can actually kill forts if people aren't careful. And they're really great at picking up the sort of two-shot the Grenadiers as well. Good way to sort of pick kills up. And if your opponent's lost all his anti-air turrets at the front as well, you can almost box your opponent in just with the Falcons. Difficult to defend against unless you've got 200 kills and you've got the shipyards. So I think this one sinks after these sort of fights, once I get him boxed right into his base. So we sort of scout him out again. We run up, everything on stand ground, just look to get a better angle. We've got quite a bit of a numbers advantage there as well, so I'm probably just going to force it, like walk up and just smash through. Because it's just guaranteed to win, just off the initial volleys. Here come the Jedi. Once the Jedi get into position, I'll probably walk up. This is a great game of sort of discipline, control. How to read fights as well. So there's just so much more, and then it's just snowballs as well. Like, so picked up a lot of kills there. We'll push in, and I think this sinks about now. I really just want to showcase this. If I've got any other recorded games for scenarios, I will look to showcase them as well. So there we go. It sort of dies there. Did manage to watch it through once when it was working. I just sort of slowly won the game. I ended up just sort of pushing them into here, because you can get you can sort of spawn camp your opponent here, because these things always respawn, and so do the Django's, and they spawn about there. You would just sort of put your forces here and sort of camp your opponent into their base. You wouldn't really kill your opponent until you get T4 and you can bring cannons out of the forts and bring them over. But it's a really fun game. If I can find it, I'll put a link in the description. Be a good one to play with your friends. And if you sort of follow this sort of formula of how we played it, the kind of meta that we had, you'll find it a lot more enjoyable. It's not great when people go for the other civs and just start making air units and stuff. It's a pretty passive-aggressive way to play, and it's not really that strong. Once people bring some anti-air, it sort of just gets punished. So, Trade Federation, Dark Troopers, the way to go there. And if I can find any more recorded games of this that are actually, worth looking at, I'll look to do that as well. I'll obviously still do the random map content as well, but this was just a nice wee short, different kind of video, 10 minutes or so. So I hope you're all doing well. I hope everyone's sort of staying safe with everything that's going on. If there's anything you'd like to see from the channel, don't hesitate to leave a comment, leave some feedback. I've got sort of a few weeks off work at the moment, so I might do a bit more videos just now, just because I'm not as busy. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, just let me know. Say hi, let me know how you're doing. Take care everyone, all the best, bye bye.